Just do your thing. Do what you want to do. And if the people them around you not accepting what you want to do, you just change the people them. Simple. Welcome people, this is Dale Elliott, and today I am going to talk about change. Now the reason why I want to talk about change today is because I believe that a lot of people think that change is bad. And if you see how life set out the different stages for us, we realize that at each point of your life you are evolving into a different person or even a better version of yourself. Now, if you find yourself wanting something different, whether that be you want to change your surroundings, you want to change how you're doing your business, you want to change how you're eating, how you're sleeping, you just feel like you want to change something, don't always object it. Take your time, sit down, think about it, and then make that decision. A lot of the times, we start feeling it's like we're fighting an internal battle with ourselves as to what we think other people are going to perceive of us if we make that change. Perfect example is, have you ever been talking to somebody and in having that conversation with this person that you haven't spoken to in a while, you realize that they have a specific version of you in their head that you are just not anymore, and that made the conversation so much harder to carry on. That does not mean that you feel like you're better than the person or that person is better than you. You are just not that version of yourself anymore. So it's just harder to entertain certain conversations with people that you don't see eye to eye with anymore. And nothing is wrong with that. So if you used to be in a place in your life and you feel like no, you're at a better place, or you've passed that stage so long that the people that is still in that stage or still view you like you are in that stage, it's not a bad thing. That's how you were when you left that environment. So yes, you are now a different person, but the other person don't owe you to either treat you different or speak to you. They don't owe you that. And it can be the opposite as well. You can go somewhere and now you are being looked at differently, and you don't want to be looked at differently. So this is why I say change is inevitable. There is a reason why in life you start 1 grade, 2 grade, 3 grade, and then you move from primary or prep school to high school, and you move from high school to college. We go through different stages of our lives. So don't feel like you should remain the same way all of your life. No, everyone has core values. And you keep those core values and you cherish them, and these are the things that you stand by, and this is what you're growing with, no matter what. But always realize that there's things that we used to look at as outside of a societal norm that you just realize that, oh, wow, it's not like that anymore. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. There's things where you like, where you don't like no more. There's times when you would love to have been to a certain club, and now you see that club and you just don't want to be in there. And it's crazy because if you're growing, you are going to have that feeling. You're going to be standing somewhere with a group of people and realize that, it's going to just happen. It's going to happen out of the blue. You're going to be expecting to have fun, and then out of the blue, you're just going to be like, I don't like this anymore. I want something else. It's crazy. There's times when I really wanted to be in the city. I always wanted to live in the city. I'm like, I cannot see myself living in the suburbs. No, I get to a certain age. No, I don't want the hustle and bustle anymore. No, I want to be outside of the city. Not that you feel like you're better than outside of the city. You are just in a different phase. Just like when some people just decide, say, hey, time to be a family man. He's going into a different phase of his life. And a lot of the time when you're going into different phases, you cannot take everybody with you to that phase. Some people can come, but not everybody is going to make it to that phase. And it's not because you and these persons are going to fall out or have animosity. Or no, none of that. You just feel like, say, all right then, each of you guys can part ways. If you think that growing in life, when you grow and when you move on from something, it is very hard to move on from somebody that you care about. But it is even harder to move on from somebody that you know care about you. That tough. And that are decisions that people make in the realm of evolving as a person. You are going to have family members that you know them love you, you know them care about you, but you just know, say, all right then, at this point in my life, we can't see each other every day. We can't talk to each other every day. Just link me one time. That no mean you hate them. That no mean them hate you. That just mean you in a different phase right now where you just don't want that energy right now. You will get back to there. But if you don't get back to there, it's fine. But yeah, move on with yourself. And this can be personal life. This can be business. And always remember, as much as you want to please everybody, you will never please everybody. There's never a time that you will please everybody. And how you want something to work will not necessarily be how it works. You can have a plan and out of the blue, something else comes up and destroy all of that plan. But at the end of the day, you must still have a plan. Just in case what you did have don't work, it's not that it don't work completely. It's just that it never turned out the way how you want it. It just never worked for how you wanted it to work. So right now, we're in the middle of 2025. We're in the middle of 2025 and we realize that everything changes. Everything changes. Media moves very fast. Professionals move very fast. A lot of people right now, with the current state of the economy, a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people don't know which way to turn right now. A lot of people are pivoting into different areas. For me, I do podcasts. I do stand-up comedy. Hey, please, visit my shows, my stand-up comedy shows. I have a current tour coming, Son of an Immigrant. I do comedy and I do podcasts. I am going back into acting. No, it's just the phase that I feel like I am in right now. I've even done music this year. And this is what we're trying to get as, adults growing up. We are trying to make a certain mark and to express ourselves as much ways as possible. But with 2025, with being in the middle of 2025, you need to look to yourself as a person and wonder, have I done what I said I was going to do in 2025? Because now we're in the middle of it. It's not too late. But even if you set out to do something in 2025 and it not working out the way how you plan, you need to not be adverse to change and then pivot, change your plan, restructure yourself So right now we're in July. Restructure your 2025 plan if it never work out. Don't be stubborn. Sometimes we have to be delusional. But there's many ways to get to the same place. As long as the way how you are getting to the same place is within your moral compass, you will be fine. But yeah, we're seeing a lot now with immigration. We're seeing where sanctuary states aren't as sanctuary anymore. A lot of people, they might get picked up, people are getting deported left, right, and center. And now this would be a perfect time for anybody who had a specific view of immigration and how immigration work and what you think Trump can do and cannot do. Clearly, there's a lot of things that we thought he couldn't do that he's doing right now. So it is now time for us to change the mindset that we have that it cannot happen to you. Expect anything from this government and in this economy. Speaking about change, I am still stubborn to Bitcoin. I still haven't bought a single Bitcoin. Bitcoin keeps going up and up and up and up. And it's my stubbornness of, hey, should I pivot into investing into this some more? But guess what? I don't know it. I don't understand it. And I don't want, not saying I don't want to lose, but that was just not my thing. No, my mind can change eventually to go do that. But for now, I'm still in a same mindset. Pivot pan when I know. What I know, stand-up comedy, podcasting. But I really want you guys to realize that, the times that we're living in right now is very, very different. Information is moving very, very fast, and we cannot stay stagnant. We have to move with the time. And that is why changing is so important. So if you have a job right now and you feel like you want another job, go and do the job where you have. And just go and, see which time for pivot. If a time for change out of the career where you're in at right now, you're in the middle of the year. Change. But don't feel like, say, you're going to be the same person forever in your life. There is no man where when he did born think the same. You do not, when you are 10 years old, you are not thinking like you are now. When you are 10, you never think like you are 20. When you are 20, you never think like you are 30. When you are 30, you never think like you are 40. Experience change mindset. Experience change mindset. It's change thinking, it change everything. When you see stuff, when you know stuff, you look upon things different. So don't afraid. If you just wake up one morning and feel like, you just want something new, you want to do something different. Because trust me, you see the regret. The regret of knowing that, you should have did change the time when it did supposed to change. And you hold and can't make the change no more. That hurt more than making the change and the change not working out. I promise you that. A lot of people scared to change because they feel like they're going to lose a lot of people around them that they care about. So it's like, I don't want to move from this place right now. Even though financially you cannot afford to be there. You're not asking them for help. You're struggling on your own. But you just want to stay in this community because this community is what you know. A lot of people right now driving a car them can't afford. Paying a rent that them can't afford. And they're so scared to downsize because of what they think people might think of them. And if we keep that mindset, we will never get anywhere. I tell you from now, if one day I cannot afford what I am doing, I am downsizing. And I wouldn't be ashamed. I wouldn't care about nothing if one day you come and me that come and if me have to sell me Rolex for pay a bill, me I gotta do it. That is just me. You know, like how you are now will never be how you are forever. So sometimes people up, sometimes people down. But if you're true to yourself, people are gonna talk regardless. You're gonna give people things to talk about no matter what. So if you're in a situation right now where you feel like a time for make a change, stop thinking about what people are gonna think. Stop thinking about how people are gonna perceive you. Because at the end of the day, information moves so fast that you are going to be old news. Whatever you feel like you need to do, you're going to do it. People are going to talk about it for 1-2 days. Then we're moving on. Next topic. Something else I got. Stop think like the world not revolve around we, you know. We just a part of the world. So no matter what you do and how disgraceful or how bad it look and this, and trust me, we forget about that we forget about that 2 hours from now. Watch out. We take 3-4 scroll. You was just the topic for my mind for a minute. Now me gone left that. Now something else. And if you last longer than a minute, all right then. 1-2 days. We're gone past that. Information I move so fast right now, brethren. Listen to me. You there wonder if you have to quit your job. Let me tell you this. You go put in a resignation letter and watch how fast they find somebody to replace you. We are just off the world. You know, and even although we can take ourselves out and see what happens, things might crash, things might no matter what life will go on. And it's an old man show me that. One day me I reason with an elder and he might explain to me. I said, Dale, let me explain something to you. There's so much times in my life me did feel like say, yo, everything I go wrong. Where people are going to think what going to happen now that such and such. And he must say, listen to me. Me know friends were rich. All of them 20s. I'm broke. In them 30s. But you realize life go on. 5-10 years from now, who to tell where nobody are do with them life? So you can't sit down and worry about what people think, brethren. Can't sit down and worry about what people think. That's all me have to say. Me I just have to tell you, listen to me. You don't want not accomplish nothing because of what you think people might think about you. That me I tell you. And as positive as you are, is the negativity I go get to people first. Always remember that. As positive as you are, whatever is negative, that going to come to people first. And then people decipher whether them are going to mess with you or not. So don't worry yourself, man. Worry yourself. If you live in America, we in a different time right now. We in a different immigration time right now. Things are happening crazy. Thank God me to deal with my immigration thing from long time. This is something I've always been a talk about. You know, now is not the time to par with unscrupulous people. Now is not the time to go somewhere sketchy. If you know your situation now good right now, don't dare run a troublemaker. Don't drive in a car with certain people. As a matter of fact, if you not sort out right now, you shouldn't be driving a car. You don't want to get pulled over in this climate. Ask somebody if you carry you somewhere. Or some of the time you have to do what you have to do, you know. If you can't, you have to just be careful though. No other time to be careful. You don't really want, don't get in a fight. Don't get arrested for nothing. Now you're going home. And this is whether this is anybody whichever party they on the immigration ladder. I no time for play around right now, Bridget. No time for play around right now. Right now, if you have somebody who say them might help you, and you look on them right now and them see what going on right now, and you know, you know put in your paperwork, or you the person where you are dealing with right now still a if and but, you don't need for there around that person there right now, you know. Right now, I meet a woman and say, listen to me, you help me. You don't help me. Later. No. Make the change. Yeah, man. Find the person who will help you. Because some things I see are going on right now in the world. You know, do that. As an immigrant right now, in America, we just realize, yo, things are changed. Some might have changed for the better. Look upon the fact, look upon the resurgence of dancehall all over the world. Cartel tour the world. I do dancehall. You know, Beanie, Bounty Killer, everybody I get them moment. Everybody there Barclays. You know, one day me I go sell out Barclays, you know. One day me I go can do Barclays. Nobody can tell me no. One day me I go can do Barclays, Madison Square Garden, all of them. But them doing all of that are elevating dancehall and putting the space in such a vibrant, you know, everything I go on. Sometimes we still see people find a way for just care about negative. Critique is always fine. Critique is fine. Listen to me. A man can critique me from now till a man, that's fine. You know? But don't afraid for trying out new, Bridget. You know what I realize? Anybody that have so much to say about you probably don't have nothing going on for themselves. Because the person will have something going on don't have time to see you, you know. Always remember that. Every time. The man who buy the liquor never get drunk. But trust me, if a person now do nothing, if a person now do nothing, me I tell you, he might have something to say about the something where you are do. That me I tell you. So always try, always push forward, always try something new. You know? And even if it not work, so what? Live your life, Bridget. Hey, people, make sure when you see my merch. Son of an immigrant merch, you know, them online from my website. Also, remember, me have a bunch of shows in August. You know, first show Long Island. I have Long Island, me have Baltimore, New Jersey, Albany, Syracuse, Boston. Yeah, man, me have a whole heap of show come up, man. So make sure say, when the father I'm show them, man. This is just a monologue with me a reason to, you know, and I make you realize, yo, man, them, anything I want to do it. Woman, them, anything I want to do it. As long as it is within your moral compass. If you have to cut off some people, you have to cut them off. Because you have to grow, you know. You have to grow because remember, we're not young forever. And we sit down and listen to older people express them regret and what them think them should have do. And how them for do it and maybe people are going to think a certain... No, Bridget. Just do your thing. Do what you want to do. And if the people them around you not accepting what you want to do, you just change the people them. Simple. I'm out. Big up on yourself. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.